Hello everyone, welcome to today's special pick a card. Today I'm doing what's your seductive archetype, what are your seductive powers. My inspiration for today's video was Venus because this is Valentine's week. I'm posting it on Valentine's Day, which is a very special day. Why? Because Venus is going to be its brightest today in the sky. Also, Venus is exalted right now. So even if you happen to watch this video after Valentine's Day, you can still take this opportunity because the transit for Venus in Pisces is going to be a 4-month period. This is when you can really work on your Venus. You can really connect with the energy of Venus and do certain rituals and remedies that can help you get better results in terms of love, relationship, even money. Because in Vedic astrology, Venus rules money. So also connecting with your divine feminine energy. So you want to take up this opportunity to work with your Venus, remedy it. Now, if you're wondering how do I do that, what are the rituals, what are the remedies or upayas, let me show you an app that can help you. It's called Moonly. This is an app that I personally use. I'll show you the different features that they offer first of all. So firstly, we have the lunar cycle where you see moon is in Leo. It also gives personalized recommendations of activities that you should do and you shouldn't do. See, it says right here based on your birth chart. So this is specific to you. They calculate that for you. Then they give you information on the day. What is the nakshatra? What's the day? What are the information that you need? You can also do a compatibility match with someone else. It's up to you. So they have a lot of different features. We have affirmations. We have practice. Here we have this tarot spread that I just pulled for myself. So they offer 3 cards where you can click on the cards. They'll give you information on the cards. You ask a question, you pull 3 cards, they give you. The AI here will give you the message. So this is for a 3-card spread you can do. Then we can pull a card for the day. You can also pull different cards for learning about the meaning. So Emperor we have here, you can learn about it. So this is great for tarot enthusiasts also. They can learn how to read tarot cards. All the cards are mentioned here. We have tarot section, we have runes section. If you're into that, this is the one I just pulled. Let me show you this one. So see, it's going to mention all the information here. So you can do that. Here we have the healing section where you can do meditation. It says meditation, relax, mantras, audio affirmations, all these things you can try out. Now for Venus that I was speaking about, you go to your birth chart section. So this is my chart. Here it mentions the ascendant, moon, sun, the soul significator or what I call Atma Karaka is mentioned here. Then Rahu Ketu axis, all the planets that I personally need to work on. Mars has come out here because Mars needs extra special attention in my chart. For you, it's going to be different, right? So here we have Venus ritual. See, this is what I wanted to talk about. It's a special moment in time. You can take up this opportunity to connect with your Venus, work with it, improve and get better results. So here we have self-care. We have all these rituals. I will not show you everything, right? Then we have meditation also for Venus. Beautiful meditation. We have mantras, Lakshmi mantras. This will help you connect with your divine feminine energy, help you attract money, abundance towards you, and obviously more love in your life. Love, devotion. So you can do this for Venus. You can do it for any other planet as well. They give you all the information. Then more information about you, your mission, your inner impulse, what element rules you, what are your energies. Then character. See, I didn't realize I have a masculine. Interesting. So, yeah, dominant character. See, that's why I named my channel Scorpion Tarot. Makes sense, right? Scorpio is very prominent in my chart. But yeah, you can get all this information and you can use the tarot thingy as well. What's my personal favorite feature? It's going to be this lunar cycle because I always look at the moon nakshatra. I decide my activities based on that every single day. They mention what planets are retrograde, what are the conjunctions that are going on. So it has a lot of information, lots of different tools and features you can make use of. I love this app and it's something I make use of every single day. It's important to me to look at the moon nakshatra to plan my day. So yeah, check it out. It's a beautiful app. I'll mention all the relevant links down in the description. And I think they have a feature where if you sign up for the entire year, the monthly expense is less than $1. So that's great. It's great value for money and it's something you can genuinely use. It's not like an app that's going to take up space in your phone. So do check it out. So thank you to Moonli for this section. Now let's move on to the pick a card portion of the video. Thank you for sitting through that. Hello pile number 1, welcome to today's reading. Before you watch your pile, please make sure that you go through the intro. I explain the context of this reading and why Valentine's Day this year is very important. You can do certain rituals to get really good results. So it's important that you watch the intro. This reading is what's your style of seduction, how do you attract other people, what's your archetype, and your seductive powers in general. That's the topic. I've done 2 similar readings on this topic. They were specifically based on Robert Greene's Art of Seduction, the archetypes that he uses. I'll mention those as well, but this reading is slightly more broader than that. So you can watch those 2 if you're interested. I'll link them somewhere in the eye, and you can also find them in the description. You can also watch the video I did on Venus. What's the importance of Venus for this Valentine's Day. So with all of that out of the way, let's talk about this reading. Also take the message that resonates. This reading is not gender specific, but be mindful of the messages. Okay, so let's start. We have Leo here. Some of you could have Leo placements. We have here falseness. This is a cat, which is one of the symbols for Rahu. So some of you could have Rahu placed in Leo. We also have elk here. This is earth element. And see, interesting thing, when I was pulling the cards, I noticed, okay, cat has come out. Then I noticed eclipsed sun in the back, because this card is more of masculine energy. Elk itself is connected with masculine energy, taking charge, being in control of the situation, being the authority figure, guiding other people, controlling other people also. And I noticed the eclipsed sun in the back. So this is also Rahu. So Rahu is repeating here. I feel like your archetype is such that pile number 1, firstly, you could be an extrovert, because I'm picking up a little bit of this masculine energy already. A person who likes to be in control, someone who likes getting compliments, someone who likes to be in the public eye, someone who likes being the center of attention. You seem very confident. If you're not, it's giving me the energy of fake it till you make it as well. So even if, let's say, you're insecure, you come across as very confident. People kind of look up to you. You also are very attractive. You draw attention towards you very naturally. With this pile, I feel like this is the pile where it's the most extroverted out of the 3 today. Also the person who puts in effort, person who tries to charm other people, person who enjoys the art of seduction, let's put it that way. So that's one message, and you also actively do it. Maybe with other piles, especially with pile number 2, I was getting this feeling that they don't like to seduce other people, or they're just more passive when it comes to it. This pile is slightly more active when it comes to that, because Rahu is coming out already twice. And Rahu is that energy of charming. Rahu is also associated with the shapeshifter sort of energy, someone who changes their, there's certain people who change their personality according to the person they're talking to. It's because they like to mirror their energy. They like to present the ideal energy, let's say, to the other person, so that the other person likes them. So with the pile number 1, you could be very different. Who you are as a person could be very different than the image you project. And a lot of different people could perceive you in different light as well. That's what I'm getting. So for the archetype, I'm getting a sense of a little bit of that charmer energy, someone who charms other people, Someone who also presents themselves as the ideal lover. That is also one of the archetype where you kind of fulfill someone's fantasy. You pick up on their cues, you notice, okay, this is the sort of personality this person likes, so I'm gonna be more like that. Let's say for example, someone who enjoys humor, sense of humor, right? So you will be more fun with that person, you'll be more jovial, you'll crack more jokes. And then if you meet someone who's slightly more serious, you might talk a little bit more about the intellectual stuff. So you kind of cater to the audience in that way. And you're also good at observing people, noticing what are the cues, what is this person interested in. So you're good with that. And you mirror people quite well. You know, people, when it's said that if they, let's say you move your foot or something, person mirrors your body language, that means they're invested in the conversation, they're interested in you. So you could be someone who's really good at reading people's body language and also mirroring their moves to them, so they like you. You could do it, you could be doing it subconsciously also, maybe not consciously, but I'm just picking that up. You project this fantasy to people. Rahu is all about fantasy, illusion. You also got this card of manipulation here. It does not mean you're manipulative. This is Jupiter in Scorpio. This is Jupiter in Pisces. So water element is also there. See, you got the seduction card itself. That's why I'm saying you are either purposely seducing people, you know how to do it, you've learned certain things, or you're interested in the art of seduction, something like this I'm getting. Or you're naturally gifted with it. You're the most charming naturally. It comes effortlessly to you. But seduction, this card coming out is a positive sign. Manipulation, it's not negative per se. It's that energy of where you're, kind of presenting an image to someone. Rahu again. Creating this fantasy in people's mind. So you could be someone who hides, let's say, your insecurities. Not the sort of person who will be like, hey, I'm insecure about this body part, that body part, or this thing or that trait. No, you're like, you present a very polished image. You present yourself as this regal royal king or queen. Slightly secretive also. See, Scorpio is that energy of secrecy. And speaking of these stars, I was noticing stars in the back. You did get this card, this nakshatra of Satyabhisha, which is 100 stars. So see, you are a star. Your archetype could also be the star. I'm picking up so many archetypes with this pile. Maybe a lot of people might be picking this pile. That's why I'm picking up on different archetypes. Or you could be, it's kind of similar also. Charmer, the star, they're in the public eye. They charm other people. That's what I'm getting. We also have Purva Falguni. So you are definitely seductive. It's one of the reason why I pulled nakshatras today is because there's certain nakshatras that are connected with physical appeal or beauty. So you did get Purva Falguni. It's one of the nakshatras where person is very, very much indulgent in beauty and things like that. And someone who's good looking also. A lot of celebrities, especially performers like actors, musicians, are connected with Purva Falguni. It's also connected with the stage. That's why they have a platform and a stage. So even think of the cat coming out. That's also very symbolic because people are obsessed with cats, right? Cat memes, especially on the internet. And internet is all about illusion. It's not real. Even film and cinema. What we see on the screen is hardly what's real. It's very curated, right? So that's what I'm getting. You have a curated image. Your image could be important to you. You could also have maybe a social media following where, let's say, people follow you, they're seduced by you, and in real life you have a different personality. Something about that I'm picking up. Some of you could also have Chitra Nakshatra, which is connected with constructing an image as well. So these are some of the signs I'm picking up. Overall, so far what I'm picking up is you are very seductive. It's also coming through with effort. A lot of effort to look effortless is what I'm getting. And a lot of people might view you in a very different light than who you actually are. Maybe people also maybe misjudge you or something like that. It's like I don't know. They're very enamored by you, that's for sure. And you're very seductive, pile number 1. Let's keep going. We have here nectar. Whenever I see flowers, I always connected with beauty. Pink color also makes me think of Venus energy. With nectar here, it speaks about the elixir of life. So there's something here about you, pile number one, where you really seem like you entice people, or you present this beautiful image where people are very taken aback by you. This is not just in terms of seduction, people feeling attracted to you. This is also just about, let's say, the way you live your life. So a lot of the times, let's say, whatever you post on social media, people might look at that and feel like, wow, this person travels all these different places, and the way they live their life, they're always out and about. Something about your curated image, or the way you live yourself, the way you present yourself, who you are as a person, pile number one, which makes people fantasize. They feel like, I wish I had a life like pile number one. I wish I had the confidence of pile number one. Something along those lines I'm getting, where you represent this elixir of life. You're living your life to the full extent. You're having a good time. You're enjoying. It's all about fun, enjoyment. Even enjoyment and vacation sort of energy is also connected with Purva Falguni, because one of the symbol is hammock, where you're lying on the hammock is swaying away. So this is about downtime, enjoyment, taking a break, vacation, that sort of energy. So especially if, let's say, you go on vacation, the pictures you click, the pictures that you post really have a good impact on people, where they feel like, oh, I want more of this. So that's what I'm getting so far. And archetypes I told you about could be ideal lover also, but mainly I'm getting the charmer and the star. We have here creation. Is this dragon? Dragon energy. It makes me think of Charlie Sheen. He used to say that, right? Dragon energy. Crazy. So creation is always connected with fertility and beauty. So clearly it shows that you are attractive. Even I've heard somewhere that dark hair represents fertility also. I'm not sure. I think it was some astrologer. She was talking about how dark color represent fertility, or even having good healthy hair also represents that you're beautiful. It's more attractive. We have here pleasure. So clearly a lot of people could even fantasize about you. They're very attracted to you, pile number one. And again, we see the cats repeating. See, we had a cat here. We have a cat here. Recently, I also came across this term, black cat energy. So you could have that. If you're familiar with that term, maybe you need to look it up. So you exude black cat energy, which is confidence, pulling people towards you. This also kind of looks like that queen a little bit. Does she not? She looks like a kind of like a Egyptian queen to me. Cleopatra, maybe. I don't think we have Cleopatra in this deck, but she's very close to what I would assume. That's what I'm getting. So you seem like you could also be someone maybe who dresses very expensive, or if you wear jewelry, if you wear really expensive clothes, that also kind of adds to your appeal, I feel. Pile number one. You also represent sort of a person who seems like you know how to have a good time. So a lot of people could firstly fantasize about you. Okay, and they also feel like, I want to date a person like this, or I want to be a person like pile number one. They seem to be having a good time, and something about you where you seduce people not just with your looks, with your speech, with your voice, your body language. It's you seduce them through your lifestyle, or the way you live your life. There could be a little bit of envy also. People feel towards you. Maybe there's envy as well. Here also we had Jupiter in Pisces. Pisces is also connected with not illusion, but that energy of fantasizing, daydreaming about living a life like you, or being with you, pile number one. You're very seductive. It either comes to you naturally, or you work very hard to cultivate this talent. That's what I'm getting. We also have here the Wheel of Fortune. Number 10. The numbers could be significant. I don't think we had too many numbers today, but we do have Wheel of Fortune. This is Jupiter energy. This also shows a person with money, value, someone who's doing well in life, positivity. So a lot of people look at you and they feel like this person has no issues. They never have any setbacks. They don't have hardships. They don't have difficulties. So again, you present a very polished image. And you seem rich. Something about you is that rich energy, confident energy. I'm getting that strongly with this card as well. And here we have Wheel of Fortune. We also have Jupiter. And these two cards, I feel like they're kind of the same, because here we see this spider web, here we see this Ferris wheel, and both give me Jupiter energy, which is about positivity. So you radiate positivity, you radiate having a good time, or being you is like such a score. You don't want to be anyone else. Pile number one, you're like a celebrity in yourself. The way you carry yourself, you seem like a star. You also seem rich and someone who's having a good time in life. Positivity, luck, abundance, everything. You attract good things to you. And you also represent, you don't maybe talk about your hardships. Maybe you don't have that habit of complaining or telling people your personal business, but a lot of people just assume that you're living a good, comfortable life. Here as well, we have women holding a coin, number 42. See, cat. Again, we see a cat. This cat keeps coming up for your pile. 3 times we've had cats. Look at that. Crazy. You could be a cat lady. But clearly, the cat coming out so many times, it tells people are obsessed with you. People could have a lot of preconceived notions about you. People might have the wrong image in their head about you, because cat is about, what does it represent? It represents obsession. People are obsessed with cats. Cat memes all over the internet. It shows people have an obsession with you. You also seem like a person, like I said earlier, you could dress really nice, or whatever you wear, you seem like you're wearing expensive clothes. You look very put together. You look very presentable, polished, professional. So people take you seriously. There's respect also that they show you. I really like this energy. Overall, pile number one, you present a very beautiful, curated sort of an image. Okay, so this is your seduction archetype, where you seem like a king or a queen. You're the star, you're the charmer. You know how to charm people. You also present a fantasy. People might also naturally just put their fantasies on you. They might purposely, let's say, misread you or misjudge you or something like that. But that's not your problem. Okay, so I hope this reading resonated. Pile number one, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Check out Moonly. I'm going to link the app down below. And any future video suggestions, you can leave those as well. Make the most of Valentine's. Hope you have a good time. Wish you all the best. If you want to book a personal with me, all the links will be down in the description. If you like my videos, you want to support my channel, you can watch the ads on the videos. You can watch the videos for longer. You can also join the membership. That helps me out. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. Hello pile number 2. Welcome to today's reading. Today we're doing what's your seduction archetype, what's your form of seduction, and what are your seductive powers and traits. So we'll take a look into that. I've done 2 readings that are similar. Those are particularly based on Robert Greene's Art of Seduction. So if you want to find out what's your archetype specifically, you can watch out those readings. I'm going to link them in the eye. You can also find them in the description box. So check those out if you haven't already. Also, one more thing I want to mention. Please watch the intro. It gives the context to this reading. What's the importance of it? Where does this trait comes from? It comes from Venus, really. In your chart, your Venus has a lot of say in how you're perceived and how do you seduce people. So that's important. Check that out. Check out Moonly. I will link everything down in the description. Take the message that resonates with you. Whatever doesn't resonate, that's not your message. Be mindful. Don't take offense to anything. Watch the reading with a broad mind. Okay. Now let's start the reading. Also make the most of Valentine's Day. Doing certain rituals, especially if, let's say, you have a difficult Venus, you have difficult relationships, you're not able to find love. If you have retrograde Venus, debilitated Venus, you should definitely be doing certain rituals that will help you. Okay, so check out the intro, pay attention. Now let's start the reading. We have Pisces here. Accidentally 2 cards came out, so I kept them. We have Taurus as well. So some of you could have these placements, right? Here we have the sea serpent with this eye. Your eyes could be very seductive. It could be a physical feature. Your voice also with Taurus. You seduce people through your voice, through your eyes. Even Pisces, whenever I see Pisces, I always think of the eyes. I don't know why. You also have here Sweetheart. This is very pretty, very nice energy. You're giving me a little bit of divine feminine energy so far, because we have Taurus, which is where Moon gets exalted. We have Pisces, where Venus gets exalted. And Taurus is ruled by Venus itself. So I'm getting very feminine energy so far. You could be a guy picking this pile as well. It just tells me that you're passive. You're not someone who's actively trying to seduce other people. If you're female, it's your beauty that seduces people. It's your eyes. It's the fact that even in your silences, even in your habit of not trying to seduce people, it's also being slightly passive, in the sense that you're not actively talking to people, making efforts, chasing people. You're very passive. You don't chase after people. You could also be someone who enjoys their independence. With Pisces, it's the house of isolation, and we see one person, she's kind of like lost in her own thought. It also makes me feel like, I don't know, maybe she's reading like a love note or a letter someone's written to her. So it's again receiving, the art of receiving. You've mastered that. Taurus is also value, what gives you value. So you seem like a person of high value. You seem like a person where people could even fantasize about you, because Pisces is that energy of fantasy. People also see you're not very forthcoming, you're withholding, you're not easily impressed. People notice you quite a lot. You could have a lot of secret admirers as well. But this eye makes me think people are noticing you, they're looking at you, they're thinking about you, but they might not approach you. There could be a little bit of this air of unapproachability that you carry. But people view you in a good light. They also view you as someone beautiful, because I'm seeing so much here about beauty already. Okay, let's keep going. We have Dhanishta Nakshatra. Marilyn Monroe had this nakshatra, by the way. We have Ashlesha also. Ashlesha, clearly you're seductive, because Ashlesha is one of the serpent nakshatras. The reason I pulled this deck today is there's certain nakshatras that are connected with seduction, like Rohini, Mrigashira, Ashlesha, even Dhanishta, because Dhanishta people always tend to be really good looking. But they're also sometimes lonely also. Maybe, what happens is people don't approach them a lot of the times. And people who also have good money, Taurus here also. So you could be someone maybe rich, coming from like a big family name or something about you, where your reputation could be slightly intimidating to other people. That's why maybe they don't approach you. But Ashlesha also tells me you're a romantic at heart. You're looking for your perfect person, where it's just the two of you. It's not that energy of, I want to impress every single person out there, I want to seduce everyone. No, you're just looking for one person, and you could be very picky. And the fact that you're picky, it's very attractive. So far what I'm picking up, pile number 2, you are seductive. You might not use your seductive powers. You might also seem very nonchalant. Actually, there's one more archetype. I think Robert Greene has 8 or 9, something like that, archetypes. But then there's also this anti-seducer. You could be that, pile number 2, because you're not trying to seduce anyone. You're just looking and picking, okay? And you usually don't come across people that you like. So you could be someone who's perpetually single also, because we have this energy of isolation or independence here coming through. Then Dhanishta is also, I've always seen these people tend to be single, or sometimes they're not fulfilled in love because they don't easily find the partner they're looking for. Ashlesha does speak about clinginess also. So I'm getting the archetype could be coquette. You play hard to get. Then the anti-seducer. And you could also come across as the ideal lover, because you have high value, you seem very feminine, you seem very full of love, someone who's capable of being like a romantic as well, and you're not easily impressed. So you give this energy of a person of high value, someone that someone would see as marriage material, relationship material. That's the energy you give off. So your seduction archetype is ideal lover, the anti-seducer, and coquette. That's what I'm picking up so far. Let's keep going. We have here Venus in Pisces. See, we keep getting this energy of Pisces, and Venus gets exalted in Pisces. I already mentioned that. So we have submission. Even though the cage is open, we still see submission, and we see the Pisces fish here repeating. We have revenge. This is Mars in Scorpio. This is also slightly more feminine energy, but that passionate, obsessive energy. We have Venus in Capricorn convention. So this shows a woman who's kind of stuck in the conventions. So again, that energy, someone coming from a reputed family or conservative family, someone who where people look at you and they feel like, I want to show this person the world, or I want to explore the wild side of this person. I want to see the side they hide from people. You know, this energy of a person who's very like this protected sort of a person. Here we see this four walls, here we see the cage. So a person who's protected, person who's like a I don't know, just this conservative sort of energy I'm picking up with this pile. So that's why maybe a lot of people are drawn towards you, because they feel like, I want to show this person different experiences and I want to break the conventions. You could attract a lot of people who are like that, you know, who are very carefree, wild, opposites of you. That's what I'm getting. And you could also be someone who maybe comes across as a person who would be like a scorned lover. If someone mistreated you, you would be hurt by that person. This revenge energy shows like there's a little fire also inside of you. So this is what's seductive about you, the fact that you're a little hard to reach, you're not that approachable, or maybe you could even come across as a little judgmental, pile number 2. Take it only if it resonates, but people could feel like this person judges me or something along those lines as well. But you're capable of a lot of love. People feel like this person would make a great lover, a great partner. That's what I'm getting. We have here the womb. So see more feminine energy with womb. The womb is the symbol for Bharani Nakshatra also, which is ruled by Venus again. So lots of feminine energy. I see red here, makes me think of Mars, and the triangle itself is the symbol for Mars. So this represents Mars in Cancer energy, debilitated Mars energy. Some of you could have that placement. I've noticed a lot of people have this placement in their chart, because I have this. So a lot of my viewers kind of have the same placements as me, because naturally you will be drawn towards me if we have similar energy. Let's say if a reader, like for example, Venus in Capricorn Tarot, there's, you know, I don't know her name, but she has Venus in Capricorn. Her channel name is Capricorn Venus Tarot, right? So she must have that placement, and a lot of people with that particular placement will be drawn towards her channel. It's a natural thing. So here we have Mars debilitated, which again shows a person who's not able to exert their sexuality, their not masculinity, but their let's say physical desires. So you seem like a person who's stuck in conventions somehow, pile number 2. That could also be something that people find attractive, seductive, or something along those lines, but I'm picking that energy up heavily with this pile. Ashlesha also falls in Cancer. So Mars debilitated, I'm getting here twice. Next up we have Divine Feminine, Chang-O. I think this reading might resonate a lot more with female people, or people who resonate with feminine energy. It shows a person who's passionate, who's full of love, full of fire, but they've not had a connection where they could really express themselves. They've not had that person or had that experience or relationship where they could completely be themselves and show their seductive side. So it's kind of missing. Untapped potential is what I'm getting. So it's firstly, you not finding the partner where you can express yourself seductively. Secondly, you could be a person who does not try to seduce people. You're just not easily impressed by people. You could reject people. You're living your own life. So it's giving you passive energy, and that energy of seeking, looking for the partner. And also maybe there could be a person coming into your life who could trigger this in you, pile number 2 as well. That's what I'm getting. We have here self-care, which is kind of similar. The body language is similar on these 2 cards, if you notice. And it says self-care. So you're someone who just focus on themselves, busy with your own self, busy in your own world, lost in your own thoughts. The fact that you're so independent also, so just in yourself, into yourself, not focused on other people, not trying to impress people, running and chasing after other people, that also makes you very attractive, pile number 2. So it's slightly different. than the message I was expecting with this pile, but I hope it resonates with you. Here we have the Hangman. This is the card you chose. It's just I'm struggling with the focus today. I hope you guys don't mind, but this is again Pisces energy. We connect Hangman with Pisces. Pisces keeps coming out. It shows couple of things. You could be, also one more thing I'm picking up, you could have Venus Rahu, pile number 2, because I've seen people who have Venus Rahu, they think a lot about seduction or relationships and love and physical intimacy, but they don't have it in real life. So they're thinking about it, they're overthinking, because Rahu only has the head, he does not have the body. So it's overthinking, but actually nothing happening in real life. So that, and see, we see a person who's lying and sleeping, so just thinking and daydreaming and fantasizing. So that could be your energy, pile number 2. That maybe you're not someone who's seductive, or you want to be seductive, but something is holding you back, or you've not found the person and you want to be seductive only with your partner, something like that. I'm getting untapped potential, and a person who's independent and living by themselves, because this energy of Pisces is a person who's on their own, independent. So where is the person who's looking at you? So I hope this message makes sense. Here we have Virgo and Mercury. So I feel like you have a little bit potential to learn. This is exalted Mercury that has come out. It also shows a person who overthinks. So you're someone who could even meet a person, but you'll reject them. You'll be like, oh, this person doesn't meet my expectation. You need to get a little more grounded, pile number 2, in order for you to connect with someone. Also, real people are not fantasies. They're different than your fantasies. You will be disappointed somehow. You have to compromise somewhere. So you need to be a little more grounded, pile number 2, and accept the flaws of people. You also need to learn and grow, mature. Mercury is that energy of being a little too picky, or being a little immature also, and trying to be slightly more logical, too logical, to the point. Because Virgo is critical energy, it's logical energy. Mercury gets exalted here. Person is thinking logically. So you're on the two ends of the spectrum. We have exalted Venus, where Mercury gets debilitated, logic goes away, you focus on your heart, your feelings. And on the other side, you forget the feelings, where Venus gets debilitated. You become too picky, too critical, and you're being too logical when it comes to these matters. So I'm just getting a different message. I think pile number 2, you need to work a little bit on your feminine energy. You need to work a little bit on your Venus. You could have issues there. So definitely look into Moonly. Check out the rituals and remedies they offer. You can also book a personal reading with me if you're struggling with this, because I feel like pile number 2, you need some remedies. You need to work on something here, because I'm getting blocked energy. So don't mind that. Don't get offended by the reading. Take it only if it resonates with you. Okay, we have here anxiety number 18, kind of like this Mercury exalted, that energy. So anxiety is there. We have 7 chakra, Archangel Uriel. This shows the crown chakra. You're someone who you're talented. Actually, you can channel a lot of thoughts. You could also be a person who gets affected by other people's energy. So you need to strike a balance clearly. Number 22, yin and yang. This is balancing your masculine and feminine energies, pile number 2. I also recently posted a video on that. Maybe some of you need to watch that. So learn how to balance your energies. You also need to balance your energy between the fantasy and reality. Taurus is earth element, earth sign. This is water sign. So need to become more grounded, focus on real life material things. You need to walk on grass a little bit more. And I don't want to go too much on and on about this, because I don't know how many people will be open to this, and this is not a personal reading, this is a general reading. So take what resonates, and all the links will be mentioned in the description if you want to check out Moonly, if you want to book a personal reading with me. If you like my videos, you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. You can watch the ads on the videos, you can watch the videos for longer. I hope this reading resonated, you enjoyed it, you got some value out of it. And your seduction archetype is definitely the anti-seducer. You're trying to seduce people, and there's also untapped potential. You can become more seductive, pile number 2. You can have a healthy relationship with your seductivity, with your sexuality and your femininity. You need to work on that. So Yeah, I hope this reading was helpful. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to today's reading. Today we're doing how do you seduce others? What are your seductive powers or your seduction archetype? I've done 2 readings on your style of seduction. Those are based specifically on Robert Greene's seduction archetypes. So I'll link those in the eye. You can also find them in the description. Watch those if you haven't already. Those are some of my favorite videos that I've done. This is gonna be slightly different, where I'm trying to be more focused on just the message, not be specific about the archetype. So take the message that resonates, ignore what doesn't. Please watch the intro to this video. It gives context for the reading and also how you can connect better with your Venus and where does this energy come from and all those things. So watch the intro for context. Check out Moonly. I'm going to link the app down below. Let's start the reading. This is the card you chose. We have the Devil. No, wait. Devil will come in later towards the end. I want to start with Venus here. So this is the card you chose. We have the planet of Venus, which is love, beauty, everything. I think pile number 3, you're naturally seductive. You're not someone who's purposely trying to do it, whereas that was the energy of pile number 1. With this pile, because Venus is the planet, we do connect with seduction. This is feminine energy. It's that energy of diplomacy, how to charm people, how to communicate with people, how to connect with people, and it's all things beauty also, or even sexuality, sensuality, everything is connected with Venus. It also says the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. So seduction is everything Venus. If you have a bad Venus, you will have a bad concept of yourself, your femininity if you're female, and seduction, sexuality. So if there's issues there, you need to work on it. So that's why I was saying check out the intro, and you can do certain rituals on Valentine's Day. It's very special Valentine's Day this year, and you can have potent results if you do certain rituals and remedies. So try that out. Here we have Tiger with fire element. Tiger itself is also slightly feminine, also lunar forces. We have size here. We have frivolity. When I saw this card, firstly I thought of dandy. If you're familiar with the archetypes, I'm getting siren, rake, dandy. Siren is the female, rake is the male, and dandy is the that energy of anyone who's from LGBTQ. They might identify more with dandy, which is where you create this flamboyant sort of appearance. So pile number 3, you seduce people with your appearance. It could be your looks, your beauty, or the way you dress, body language, movement. Something about your feminine or your external appearance attracts people towards you. You also seem like a fun person, someone who needs is very stimulating, someone who can even get bored easily. But you're full of life. There's something about you. Your energy is quite attractive. It's not just your looks, but your energy. With frivolity and this butterfly, it makes me think of person who's just fun to be around. People have a good time when they're present in your energy. Some of you could also have had a glow up in your life. Maybe you started out as someone who was more tomboyish. I was thinking of the word. Maybe you had a transformation, because butterfly is about transformation, right? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Transformation, glow up, and finding yourself, finding your style. Just this energy of progressing in life, growing. Tiger also, and I'm drawn towards both of these images. If you notice the eyes, so something about your eyes is very attractive. Pile number 3. You could also have that ability to mirror people. People could stare at you quite a bit. I'm getting this energy of just looking at you, staring. Good looks also. You're good looking and your eyes are very beautiful. People could compliment your eyes. And you're the sort of person, pile number 3, if let's say you wear a lot of jewelry, you do a lot of makeup, you take care of your hair, you wear nice clothes, people like that. And it really enhances your beauty. You're also someone who might not meet your match. You might reject a lot of people. You have this energy of someone who rejects a lot of people, or someone who's not easily impressed, someone who's not you might be seductive to other people, but very rare people seduce you. You're not easily impressed. Pile number 3. We have here Ashwini, horse's head. We have Vishakha. This falls in Libra. This falls in Aries. So there's natural, this masculine feminine energy, which is what we connect with siren energy. Someone who's very feminine who attracts the masculine. Similarly for the rake, someone who's very masculine attracts the feminine. And then we have the androgynous dandy. So I can see a lot of LGBT people picking this pile. I'm just getting that energy. I'm getting strong masculine energy, strong feminine energy. It really depends on what end of what spectrum you connect with. But Ashwini speaks about physical beauty, physical health, especially the face. You're good looking. Pile number 3, we have Vishakha, which shows a split also. You could be a person where you could have multiple archetypes. You could also have transformation when it comes to, let's say, your fashion. For quite a few years, you're dressing like a punk kid. Then for a few years, you're dressing very feminine. There could be this energy where you transform, or you keep changing, or you don't have one signature style. If you have a signature style, it changes after a few years. This also goes back to the transformation with the butterfly. So your appearance is quite attractive. People notice you. You could also have unique features. Something about you is memorable. Pile number 3, people remember you. This is what I'm getting so far. And also this ability to channel different things. That's why if you're a female, if you wear lots of, let's say, masculine clothes, if you wear like a suit, or you wear a lot of pants and stuff like that, it could look good on you. And if you're a guy, if you wear like slightly flowing sort of clothes, that could look really nice on you. Androgynous elements. This is what I'm picking up so far. How do you seduce people? By your appearance, by your looks, by your beauty, and your lack of predictability. You're very unpredictable, and you're unique. Your uniqueness attracts people. Pile number 3. Let's keep going. We have Jupiter in Leo, publicity. So see, you're a popular person. We have Sun in Libra, harmony. This is debilitated Sun, so some of you could have that. It shows a person who's diplomatic. You're good with Venus things, because Sun is falling in Libra. Sun is your ego. So you're not an egoistic person. You know how to impress people. You know how to connect with people. You're good at that. You could also be multi-talented. You could be someone who impresses people with your talents, with your, let's say, your social skills, your communication skills. You being the life of the party, you make other people feel at ease. There's just natural energy that you carry where you're likable. And a lot of people like you. It's not just that people who are like-minded like you. People who are different than you, people where you have nothing in common, they also like you. You seem very humble. You seem very grounded. You seem approachable also. Though you do seem intense, passionate. I'm getting that. And you're a popular person. A lot of people like you. A lot of people want to be your friends. That's what I'm getting. We have Siren. So see, I did get Siren energy already, and you did get this card as well. So your body could also be something. It's not just your face, but I'm getting face and I'm getting body as well. So it's either your physical features or the way you dress. I see a gem here. So people see you as someone beautiful, especially if you wear jewelry that could look nice on you. And gem here can also talk about Chitra Nakshatra, which is connected with beauty. Also someone who's picturesque. When you click pictures, you look really nice. So people could naturally come up to you and ask for pictures, like random people, or I don't know, people maybe compliment your pictures that you post on social media, something like that. But Siren here clearly shows people are drawn towards you. This is the most strong archetype for seduction. You seduce people for sure. And you could pick up on small little details, and then let's say, for example, if a person says, I like women who dress like this, I like men who dress like that, you'll pick up on that and you'll play on it. So you remember things. You notice small little details, detail oriented person. And you have a natural knack for aesthetics, because we have Vishaka here which is connected with Libra. Libra is the sign where I've noticed people who have placements in Libra, they're not easily impressed. They'll be like, oh, I don't like that, I don't like that, I'm looking for something very particular. They go into the store. They very rarely come out of the store being happy with what they've bought, and they usually don't buy because they don't find what they're looking for. Libra people are the most picky when it comes to clothes, accessories, aesthetics. They're very particular. Even Chitra, this a symbol for gem, these people are connected with interior decor, architecture also. So there's a knack for aesthetics, making everything look perfect, beautiful. That's your energy. So that's why you stand out, because you give attention to detail. Here we have fertility. So this is giving me divine feminine energy, someone who seems fertile, someone who seems beautiful. You could also be someone who takes good care of your skin, your nails, your hair. If you're a guy, you have good hygiene, you smell really nice. You know, that sort of energy. Someone who takes care of their appearance, someone who puts in effort, someone who respects their own body, their own skin, their face, everything. So fertile energy is about attraction. People look at you, they feel that strong desire to come close to you. So that's fertility. So whether you're a guy or a girl, even I think grapes are a symbol for fertility. We have here this mermaid. So again, we get the siren. See, we got the tail here, we got the mermaid here. Love how it's fitting in together. If you're someone who colors your hair, that could also look nice. Maybe pastel colors look nice on you. Softer, lighter colors could look nice on you. You could have the archetype of coquette as well. I'm getting that a little bit. Or the natural. But overall, what's the archetype I'm getting? Siren. So if you're female, it's siren. If you're male, it's called rake. And if you're LGBT, it's dandy. So I'm getting one archetype. Depends on who you are. But a little bit of coquette also, because you play a little hard to get. We have 9th house here, which is connected with travel. You seem like a fantasy, faraway person. You could also be a person who enjoys being by yourself. 12th house of isolation, 9th and 12th. You seem a little far or out of reach. You know, you could be a person with high standards. You also seem like high maintenance sort of a person. So you seem like a fantasy, out of reach. People cannot get to you. That sort of energy I'm getting with these two cards. Both are ruled by Jupiter. So whatever it is, whatever the message is, people do see you in a good light. It's ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter's positivity. So people view you in a good light. They also see that you're intelligent. People could respect your intelligence. I'm getting beauty with brain sort of energy with this pile. 9th house is higher education. 12th house is also wisdom. So I'm getting this wise person's energy, wise soul, old soul energy. We have devil. So you attract a lot of players towards you. You attract a lot of people who are obsessed with you. This is obsessive energy. People could also, and I'm getting very, very strong physical attraction with this particular pile. So out of the other two, it was slightly different energy. With this pile, you're the best looking, or something about you. Your outer appearance is very striking. People remember you. And people become obsessed with you. You could have stalkers. You could have people who just, I don't know, they don't take no for an answer. I'm getting that energy. And even let's say if you have exes, you've had people you talked to maybe many years ago, they still could be stuck on you. They could still be interested. It's like they never let go of you. That's what I'm getting. Here we have number 49, Angel of Love. We have number 33, Door to Romance. So you could be someone who, you are not trying to seduce people. You might have that energy only towards someone that you love. You're more so looking for love. You're not trying to seduce people. You're not looking for compliments. And you do this, you tap into this energy for the people that you love. And you open up your heart to them. And you also show a different side to you, which people might not be expecting. Maybe when they look at you, they get this energy of like a boss babe, or someone who's very career oriented, very independent. And they don't see the softer side, even if you're a guy. So when people get close to you, they see a different side, which is also very attractive. And you kind of lock away your heart also. You're not someone who lets people in very easily. So that is also very seductive about you. Also your body movement, if you dance. Pile number 3, I feel like you could be good dancers also when you move. Because butterfly is also about movement. The snake represents dancers. That's what I'm getting. When you give the people a peek into what you like, what are your passions, who you are when you let your guard down, that's very attractive. So pile number 3, you know how to play the game. You may or may not play it. It really depends on the players. So who are you interacting with? That's when you seduce people. You do it purposely, and a lot of people naturally find you very attractive, physically very appealing. So that's a message for you. I hope this resonated. Make the most of Valentine's Day. Do certain rituals. Help your Venus if you're struggling. Check out Mooli. Check out the intro. And if you want to book a personal with me, all the links will be down in the description. If you like my videos, you want to support my channel, consider watching the ads on the videos, watching the videos for longer. You can join the membership as well. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.